If you're over 65 and you've noticed that your legs feel weaker, stiffer, or less stable than they used to, you're not alone. Many seniors start the day with a sense of imbalance, struggle to walk longer distances, or feel winded going upstairs. They often blame aging. But what if the real problem was sitting right in your fridge or on your dining table? Today, we're uncovering one of the most overlooked causes of poor leg strength and muscle decline in older adults. It's not lack of exercise. It's not just aging. It's a simple, everyday drink, something millions of people consume without a second thought. We're talking about sugary sodas and sweetened iced teas. Yes, these drinks are sweet, cold, and satisfying. But behind the bubbles and flavor lies a major health trap, especially for those over 65. And here's the truth. The number one drink you need to avoid if you want to protect your legs, muscles, and independence is sugary soda or sweetened iced tea. Before we dive into why, do us a quick favor. Tap that like button if you're serious about staying strong as you age. Subscribe to Senior Fuel, your trusted source for senior wellness tips backed by real science. And let us know in the comments, what's your go-to drink during the day? All right, let's take a closer look at what's really happening when you sip these sugary drinks. Most sugary sodas contain between 35 and 45 grams of sugar per can. That's about 9 to 11 teaspoons of sugar, more than double the daily recommended limit for seniors in just one drink. Sweetened iced teas aren't much better. Even the ones that say lightly sweetened or natural can contain 20 to 30 grams of sugar per bottle, not including the hidden sweeteners added to enhance flavor. Here's why that matters. When you drink something sugary, your blood sugar spikes almost immediately. Your body releases insulin to handle the glucose. Over time, this constant roller coaster of sugar highs and crashes leads to insulin resistance, a key trigger for muscle breakdown, poor circulation, and chronic inflammation. And that's when leg strength begins to suffer. Why your legs? Because your legs house the largest muscle groups in your body: your glutes, hamstrings, quads, and calves. These muscles require steady, balanced blood sugar and proper circulation to function at their best. When your blood sugar is unstable, your circulation suffers. Your legs don't get enough oxygen, and your muscles can't rebuild after activity. The result? Muscle fatigue, cramps in the calves and thighs, weak knees, trouble standing up from a chair, wobbly walking, and a much higher risk of falls. But it gets worse. Sugary drinks don't just cause short-term fatigue. They create a long-term environment in your body that destroys muscle and makes it harder to bounce back. How? By promoting something called inflammatory cytokines, tiny chemical messengers that ramp up swelling in your joints and muscles. Over time, this leads to pain, stiffness, and reduced mobility, especially in your legs. Seniors are even more vulnerable to these effects because of age-related changes in metabolism. That means even one sugary drink per day can have an outsized impact on your leg strength, energy, and ability to move freely. Still not convinced? Let's look at what the research says. What the science tells us. In a study published in the journal Nutrients, researchers found that people over 60 who consumed sugar-sweetened beverages regularly had significantly higher rates of muscle loss, even if their overall calorie intake was normal. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that frequent soda drinkers had lower bone mineral density in their hips and legs, making them more prone to fractures. And yet another research group discovered that older adults who drank just one soda a day were more than twice as likely to suffer a fall-related injury compared to those who rarely drank sugary beverages. That's not a coincidence. That's cause and effect. And here's the kicker. Many seniors don't even realize they're drinking that much sugar, because the drinks don't always taste overly sweet. Some have labels that say made with real tea or all-natural flavors, which makes them sound healthy. But the impact on your muscles, bones, and energy is anything but healthy. It's time to rethink what's in your cup. If your go-to drink with lunch is a bottle of sweet tea, if you reach for a cold can of soda in the afternoon to perk up, or if you've been told that switching to fruit punch or lemonade is better than soda, it's time to pause and reconsider. These sugary drinks aren't harmless indulgences. They're silent strength stealers. They're weakening your leg muscles, draining your energy, and increasing your risk of falling or getting hurt, all without you realizing it. But don't worry, there's good news ahead. We are going to uncover the science-backed alternatives that not only keep you hydrated, but actively support stronger muscles, better balance, and faster recovery. We'll also bust some myths about healthy drinks that are secretly loaded with sugar. So stick around, because if you care about keeping your independence, confidence, and mobility, you'll want to know exactly what to drink and what to avoid. Let's dive in. Now that we've exposed how sugary sodas and sweetened iced teas can quietly rob you of leg strength, mobility, and energy, let's talk solutions. Because the good news is this: you don't have to give up flavor, refreshment, or enjoyment to stay strong. You just need to swap your current drink for better options. Ones that hydrate your body, nourish your muscles, and reduce inflammation, instead of triggering it. So what should you drink instead? Let's break it down. 1. Water, the most powerful and most overlooked muscle drink. It may sound simple, but clean, filtered water is still the gold standard for hydration, especially as we age. You see, even mild dehydration leads to muscle cramps, stiff joints, a fatigue during walking, and slower muscle recovery. And the kicker? Seniors often feel less thirsty, even when their bodies desperately need fluid. That's why drinking enough water, before you feel thirsty, is critical for maintaining leg strength and energy. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day. More if you're active, take diuretics, or live in a warm climate. Pro tip: if plain water feels boring, infuse it with slices of lemon, cucumber, berries, or mint. Not only does this add refreshing flavor, it boosts antioxidant intake too. 2. Unsweetened herbal teas, muscle soothers with healing benefits. Skip the sugar-laden iced teas. Instead, try herbal teas, served hot or cold, for both hydration and healing. Here are a few great choices. Ginger tea reduces inflammation in joints and muscles. Peppermint tea eases digestion and muscle tension. Chamomile tea promotes relaxation and reduces cortisol, a stress hormone that breaks down muscle. Green rooibos or hibiscus tea, antioxidant-rich and naturally caffeine-free. Serve these over ice for a refreshing summer drink that supports, rather than sabotages, your mobility. Avoid adding sugar. Instead, enhance the flavor with a splash of lemon or a cinnamon stick. 3. Coconut water, nature's electrolyte drink. If you're dealing with leg cramps or post-exercise fatigue, consider sipping unsweetened coconut water. It's naturally rich in potassium, crucial for preventing cramping and supporting proper muscle contraction. Magnesium aids in nerve function and muscle relaxation. Electrolytes for better hydration than water alone, especially after sweating or physical activity. Be sure to choose 100% pure coconut water, not the flavored versions loaded with added sugar. And remember, while coconut water is great after a walk, workout, or hot day, it's not meant to replace regular water entirely. 4. Protein-enhanced smoothies, drink your muscle fuel. Another fantastic way to support leg strength is with a homemade smoothie packed with protein, healthy fats, and anti-inflammatory nutrients. Here's a sample recipe tailored for seniors. Senior Strength Smoothie. 3/4 cup unsweetened almond or oat milk. 1 scoop plant-based or collagen protein powder, 10 to 20 grams. 1/2 frozen banana. 1/4 cup blueberries, anti-inflammatory. 1 tablespoon chia seeds for fiber and omega-3s. 1 tablespoon almond butter, healthy fat and magnesium. A dash of cinnamon for blood sugar control. Blend and enjoy. You've now got a muscle-supporting breakfast or snack that fights inflammation, balances energy, and keeps your muscles nourished. And best of all, no added sugar. No crash. 5. Bone broth, a forgotten super drink for seniors. If you're looking for something warm, savory, and deeply nourishing, consider bone broth. Why? Because bone broth contains collagen to support joints, ligaments, and connective tissue, amino acids to help rebuild muscle, electrolytes to prevent cramping and aid hydration. You can sip it like tea or use it as a base for soups and stews. For maximum benefit, choose low-sodium, slow-cooked bone broth, or make your own at home from organic poultry or beef bones. This traditional remedy is making a huge comeback for good reason. It strengthens the foundation of your body, including your legs. What about coffee or tea? Are they bad for leg strength? Great question. Black coffee and unsweetened tea are not harmful in moderation. In fact, they may offer some benefits, like increased alertness and antioxidants. Just make sure you skip the sugar and flavored syrups. Avoid adding artificial creamers. Limit caffeine intake in the late afternoon to avoid poor sleep, which also affects muscle recovery. Stick to 1 to 2 cups a day and hydrate with water or herbal drinks afterward. Let's recap what to drink instead of sugary beverages. Skip sugary sodas, sweetened iced teas, juice cocktails, and powdered drink mixes. Choose water with natural flavor infusions. Herbal teas, hot or iced. Coconut water, unsweetened. Muscle-building smoothies. Homemade bone broth. These options not only hydrate your muscles, but also reduce inflammation, support blood flow, and improve recovery. And every one of them helps protect your leg strength, so you can keep walking tall, without pain, fatigue, or imbalance holding you back. Now you'll discover the long-term dangers of sticking to sugary beverages, and how the damage adds up over time. We'll also show you what happens inside your muscles, nerves, and blood vessels every time you drink a soda, and how even zero-calorie versions can be just as harmful. So stick with us, because next we're going deeper into how sugary drinks are linked to weakness, frailty, and even fractures in seniors. Let's keep going. So far, we've covered why sugary drinks like sodas and sweetened teas are a bad idea, and what to drink instead. But now we need to go deeper. Because here's the truth. Every time you drink one of these sugary beverages, you're not just adding calories. You're triggering a chain reaction inside your body that affects your muscles, your nerves, your bones, and your ability to stay strong and independent. Let's walk through exactly what's happening, one sip at a time. 1. Muscle loss. How sugar erodes strength from the inside out. Your muscles need protein, minerals, and stable energy to stay strong. But when you flood your body with sugar, especially from drinks, it spikes your blood glucose, then drops it quickly. This crash leads to a fatigue, weakness in your legs, poor muscle recovery after activity, and loss of lean muscle over time. In fact, research shows that seniors who regularly consume sugary beverages have a higher rate of sarcopenia, the age-related decline in muscle mass. Worse, sugar increases inflammation, which damages your muscle fibers and makes it harder for your body to repair them after even small movements like climbing stairs or walking to the kitchen. Over time, this leads to slower walking speed, poor balance, and a greater chance of falling. 2. Insulin resistance, the silent saboteur of senior health. Let's talk about insulin. Insulin is a hormone that helps move glucose, sugar, into your cells where it can be used for energy. But when you drink sugary beverages regularly, your cells stop responding properly to insulin, a condition called insulin resistance. And when your cells become resistant to insulin, your body stores more fat. Your muscles stop absorbing nutrients efficiently. Your blood sugar stays high longer. And your risk for type 2 diabetes skyrockets. Why does this matter for leg strength? Because insulin resistance is directly linked to weaker muscles, reduced endurance, nerve damage in the legs and feet, and slower recovery from even minor injuries. Simply put, sugar doesn't just spike your energy, it slowly steals your strength. 3. Nerve damage. How sugar affects your legs from the bottom up. High sugar intake doesn't just affect muscles, it wreaks havoc on your nervous system too. Over time, excess sugar causes damage to the tiny blood vessels that supply your nerves, especially in your extremities like your feet, calves, and thighs. This can lead to peripheral neuropathy, a condition where nerves become damaged, causing numbness, tingling, burning, weakness in the legs and feet. Neuropathy makes it harder to feel where your feet are. It reduces your balance and makes it easier to fall without warning. And guess what? Soda, sweet tea, and even fruit juice, when consumed daily, significantly increase your risk of developing this condition. 4. Bone health breakdown. Sugary drinks weaken your foundation. It gets worse. Many sugary sodas, especially colas, contain phosphoric acid, which leaches calcium from your bones. Combine that with poor absorption of vitamin D and magnesium, which sugary diets disrupt, and you've got a recipe for weak brittle bones, joint pain, higher fracture risk, and delayed healing after injury. That's why studies consistently show that seniors who drink more soda have lower bone mineral density, especially in the hips and legs. Think about that. The very bones holding you up are quietly being weakened by what's in your glass. 5. 0 calorie doesn't mean safe. The truth about diet drinks. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I gave up sugary soda. I drink the diet version instead. Unfortunately, that may not be any better. Most diet sodas and sugar-free iced teas contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or acesulfame potassium. While these don't contain calories or sugar, studies suggest they may still disrupt gut bacteria, spike insulin responses, increase cravings for sugar and carbs, and negatively impact muscle metabolism. In fact, some research shows that seniors who regularly drink diet soda may have more belly fat and higher risk of frailty than those who avoid it entirely. The bottom line? Just because it's sugar-free doesn't mean it's safe for your muscles, bones, or nerves. Let's recap the long-term impact of sugary beverages on seniors. Whether you drink soda, sweet tea, fruit punch, or diet cola, if it's sweetened and processed, it's hurting your strength. Here's how. Sugar spikes insulin, causes muscle loss. Sugar inflames your cells, slows recovery. Sugar damages nerves, increases fall risk. Sugar strips minerals, weakens bones. Artificial sweeteners disrupt metabolism and gut health. And for seniors, these effects add up faster and hit harder. If you're feeling more tired, less stable, sore after short walks, slower to recover from basic activity, look at what's in your cup, because your drink may be the biggest thing keeping you weak. Now that you understand the hidden damage sugary beverages cause, we're going to wrap things up with action steps you can take today to reverse the damage and rebuild your strength. We'll also share a 7-day hydration challenge to help you swap out the harmful drinks, one day at a time. Ready to reclaim your legs, your energy, and your independence? Stick around. Now that you know how sugary drinks damage your muscles, bones, and balance, it's time to flip the script. Because the good news is, your body is remarkably resilient. Even if you've been drinking soda or sweet tea for years, even if you've felt your legs getting weaker lately, you can begin rebuilding strength and stability starting today. And it begins with what's in your glass. Let's build your new hydration strategy. Here's what your body actually needs. Water, the foundation of hydration, circulation, and muscle repair. Electrolytes, to support nerve signals and prevent cramping. Natural anti-inflammatory ingredients, to soothe joints and support recovery. Let's walk through a simple but powerful 7-day hydration challenge that seniors can follow to begin strengthening their legs and improving overall vitality. Day 1. Replace one sugary drink with water plus lemon. Start simple. If you normally have a soda or sweet tea today, replace just one of them with a tall glass of water and a fresh squeeze of lemon. Why lemon? It supports digestion, aids detox, adds a light, refreshing flavor without sugar or calories. Bonus tip: sip it before meals to reduce sugar cravings. Day 2. Add an electrolyte-rich option. Muscle cramps, fatigue, and dizziness? You may be low on electrolytes, like magnesium, potassium, and sodium. Try this. Add a pinch of pink Himalayan salt to your water. Or drink coconut water, unsweetened. Or make a homemade hydration drink. Water plus lemon plus pinch of salt plus splash of orange juice. These help your nerves fire properly, prevent dehydration, and reduce leg stiffness. Day 3. Morning wake-up water. As soon as you wake up, drink 8 to 12 ounces of plain water before coffee, tea, or food. This helps rehydrate your cells, jumpstart circulation, flush toxins built up overnight. It's a tiny habit that makes a massive difference in how you feel, especially in your legs and joints. Day 4. Herbal tea power. Trade that sweet iced tea for an herbal option. Ginger tea fights inflammation. Peppermint tea aids digestion and energy. Chamomile soothes nerves and supports restful sleep. No sugar needed, just pure benefits. Add cinnamon or a slice of orange peel for flavor without sweeteners. Day 5. Infused water for flavor. Don't like the taste of plain water? Infuse it with cucumber plus mint, strawberries plus basil, orange plus turmeric, blueberries plus lemon. Let it sit in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours, and you've got a delicious, sugar-free drink that supports hydration and muscle function. Day 6, track your water intake. Use a journal, notepad, or phone app to track how much water you're actually drinking. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses per day, around 1.5 to 2 liters. But remember, you may need more if you're active, taking certain medications, or it's hot outside. Hydrated muscles are stronger, more elastic, and recover faster. Day 7. Create your signature Senior Fuel morning drink. Let's wrap up this challenge with a custom drink you can build into your morning ritual. Here's a recipe loved by active seniors. 1 cup warm water. Juice of 1/2 lemon. Half a teaspoon apple cider vinegar. Pinch of pink salt. Dash of cinnamon. This combo kickstarts metabolism, reduces cravings, supports blood sugar stability, and hydrates your body for morning movement. Try drinking this before breakfast, followed by a high-protein, low-sugar meal to support your legs, balance, and energy. Bonus tips: smart hydration habits for life. Use a water bottle you like. You'll drink more without thinking. Flavor with purpose: herbs, citrus, and spices instead of sugar. Drink consistently, not all at once. Aim to sip throughout the day. Cut caffeine by mid-afternoon. Too much can dehydrate and interrupt sleep. Stay ahead of thirst. If you're already thirsty, you're already behind. Remember, thirst is a late warning sign. Drink throughout the day, even if you don't feel thirsty yet. Here's what we've learned. Sugary sodas and sweetened iced teas weaken your muscles, bones, and nerves. They increase your risk of falls, fractures, and chronic fatigue. Even diet versions may harm your metabolism and strength. Replacing them with water, herbal teas, and electrolyte-rich options can transform your energy, mobility, and balance. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. Even small swaps, done daily, can help rebuild strength in your legs and protect your independence. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Senior Fuel for weekly tips to stay strong, steady, and independent as you age. And share this with someone over 60 who needs to hear it. Their next drink could change their life. Stay strong, stay hydrated, and keep moving, because your legs carry you through the life you love.